Today we're going to use an oracle card to give us sort of a direction for the reading from this deck using the Crystal Wisdom Healing. And the card that I pulled for you, dear Leo, and myself, since I'm a Leo, is Azeztulite. Azeztulite. This is a very high vibrating, high frequency crystal. The little booklet that the cards come with actually says Cosmic Evolution. So this is going to acknowledge that your spiritual light is meant to be here on this earth to guide others. And the key here is going to be to remain humble, to stay authentic, not sort of toot your own horn too much and get too prideful, which is sometimes the lion's downfall. Sometimes that lion's weakness is the pride and the, me first kind of, I'm the center of it all, right? We're guided by the sun. I mean, it's hard to balance that sometimes. However, this is going to be a very good practice to integrate where we are here on the earth with our spiritual enlightenment, which we are all, we're all engaging with, and we are all growing our spiritual side at different paces, to different levels, in different ways, right? But overall, that higher expression of consciousness is for all of us to achieve, right? And so your work is to be that light, be that guide, that beacon sort of spirituality, while retaining your humility. And, excuse me, and then recognizing that every soul you encounter is precious. No matter where they are on the spectrum, no matter where they are in their journey, every soul is precious and worthy. And this is the teaching that you are here at this time, that you have the opportunity to express to others. Now, this could also be for yourself, the being your own source of light, being your own beacon and guidance in order to move yourself to your next spiritual level. I like that aspect actually even better. But when it comes to others, because you will encounter others, we are going to, be sure that we are fully in our own light, and not creating any separateness between us and any other being. Okay? We're going to elaborate on this theme with the Zen Tarot spread, and I shuffled off camera, bringing in the energy of Leo. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this tree spread. I sort of made this one up. The first branch here is where we stand now, and then using the energy of the rooted trunk, we move into and reach higher for a new level of awareness and new experience. Okay? So let's see where we start, Leo. Ripeness. Yeah. The time is right. This is the time for you to focus on your spiritual light. It is important to sort of let it fully, let's see. Okay, sorry about that, Leo. I had to pause for a second. My daughter was knocking on the door. Okay, so yes, the time is right for us to begin this process of really just embodying your spiritual light, while at the same time staying grounded on the earth and staying humble and sort of not too much sweetness and light, so that we're all up ahead in the clouds, right? But really being grounded on the earth, at the same time letting that spiritual light shine. This is what this guidance is. So, and it's perfect timing. And you'll know, as if you keep this idea of the energy of the Azeztulite in your memory, then when that time is right for you to really embody that spiritual light and really start to share it with others and shine it on others, you'll know, you'll feel it. Just like this fruit kind of knows when it's time to fall from the tree. It doesn't get forced. It happens when it's ready. This could be in this moment, as you're listening to this reading, this could resonate deeply, and you could say, yeah, this is what I'm here for at this time. It could also have just passed. So, and then this would just be a confirmation of that. But the actual energy of being able to share your gift, share your spiritual light with others, and with your own inner being in order to grow and raise your vibration. That whole process, you have the support of the universe to engage in that at this time. Okay, internally, this internal energy that supports this is the compromise card. The way I'm going to take this in this position, in this reading, is that you have spent a bit of time, maybe just recently, or maybe a longer stretch of time, sort of holding back, sort of not letting it all loose, right? Letting all of your light up and out, and sort of holding back. Maybe you've been in more of a pragmatic mode. Maybe there's been family matters to tend to, or work matters, or you just maybe, took a pause in your meditation and your spiritual practice. This could be also just within you. You've kind of kept it tempered down. But in your inner being, there's been sort of a holding back, sort of compromising the true nature of your gift and your spiritual light in order to make it work on the earthly plane, right? In order to sort of function and get through your days. And that's okay. That's fine. As we said, you'll know when the time is right to let that go, to let that holding back end, right? In your external life, yeah, see? So you are ready to, or have just, or are in the midst of completing a phase. And this is an intuitive card. This is that puzzle piece, that last puzzle piece is going right into this figure's third eye. And this is a knowing that, okay, I've been my light has been shining a little less than normal lately, and I realize that phase is done. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to expand it. I'm ready to share it. I'm ready to personally grow from it. So your spiritual practice might pick up again. You may just naturally beam and shine for others as your ruling planet, the sun, does, right? It may just be time. It's also kind of, at the time of this recording, it's spring. We've, the weather is changing. We're making a shift. We're getting ready for longer days, or, we are in longer days. And so all of this, bringing the light to the surface, the timing seems perfect for now, at this time. Now, the way to proceed, the key to it is in this card of the trunk, right? This rooted, grounded energy. And the card that I pulled is participation. So I would call on your angels, your guides, spirit, what your spiritual partners that you are aware of, whether that be, your inner being, or, like I said, your angels and guides, or whatever kind of spiritual energies you tap into when you want to sort of shore up your strength, when you want that support. The entire universe is here ready for you to support you in this, and all you need to do is sort of call on it. And then in another aspect of this participation card, this could also mean your physical group, your physical clan, your family, your book club, your spiritual group, whoever you feel safest with, to shore up this spiritual light within you and let it out, right? So this could be on the physical plane, and it could also be a spiritual sort of group effort to get you to balance out your being by bringing more of your spiritual light into the mix, okay? And then we move forward, and the next level of awareness that comes once we are allowing Source or allowing Spirit to guide us as to the timing of this process. Like I said, this could have just occurred for you, or it could be 6 months back and you're just now sort of tending to it and realizing, oh, that's what I went through. I was being that guide for others. I was attracting others in order to help them, feed their own soul and heal their own sort of tamed light. But this could also just be upon you now. It just depends on who you are and when you're listening to this reading, and how along the journey of a path of your own life, how these energies show up, right? So once we get this flow that we're going to allow the light to come forth when it's naturally ready to, right? Then we begin the next phase, which is beautiful. And the grounding, the center of that next level of awareness is the Patience card. So this is definitely sort of along with the ripeness, it's ready when it's ready. I will always work on my light. Sometimes I will shine it out. Sometimes I will work on it within me. And at any given time, when my message of light and spirituality is ready to be received, it will. And the time will come when it is ready, right? Just like the phases of the moon. They don't get forced into being full or forced back to crescent. They just occur in their right time. And your spiritual practice is the same. It doesn't have to be forced. There doesn't have to be a schedule. There doesn't have to be milestones to achieve. This is a process that begins within you. It begins deep within you. But you, Leo, at this time have the particular thrust and support of the universe behind you by ways of this Azeztulite stone. Within you and underneath, hidden maybe from others, but within you, you are really understanding that your mind-body connection, your intuition and your heart, your chakras are aligned, you're in harmony. You're really starting to get that more and more as you allow this to align, the alignment becomes stronger, right? As we try to force things into alignment, it can be elusive. It can not feel as solid, but you're getting within you that this is really, your growth is real. Your spiritual light is a thing, and you were put here to share it with others and to guide others. And you're really beginning to realize that more and more. You're feeling this in your heart. Mostly. Maybe you're not putting it to action yet, but you are definitely aware of it. That maybe you have the friend that comes to you every time her heart aches, or she comes to you first before maybe her sister or her mom. She comes to you because she realizes how it will be received. And the intent behind your heart is, like we said early in the beginning, every soul is worthy. Every soul is precious. And your realization and your knowledge of that is evident to those around you. And that's what draws people to you. And as you align within your own self and your own spiritual balance with your physical self, you're learning more and more how to be that power for others. Not to hold others up indefinitely. This is more of they can tap into your energy and gain from it, learn from it, and then grow their own, right? This isn't something bogging you down. You have enough to go around, right? Result of this work in your external world is a sense of abundance. This is beautiful. This could be, physical abundance, maybe a spurt of energy. This could be just a sense of the richness of your life within you, within your heart. Sometimes this could be financial abundance. If your work is in the spiritual arts and you do the spiritual alignment work and you work on sharing it with others and then you receive payment in return, that's where this abundance comes in for you. Or just, payment in return could also be someone's never-ending gratitude or a favor they do in return. It doesn't always have to be monetary, but that feeling of being in alignment, being certain of your balance, sharing it with others, and then receiving something back for it, however that be, whether it be spiritual or a physical receipt. That's there. That is either happening for you now or in your immediate future. Or maybe in the past you've noticed that process that has worked in the past. But yeah, literally there's a payoff for being able to be that beacon for yourself and others. There is literally a payoff from the universe. Top 2 cards, these are going to be the insight cards, the overall awareness of this entire process. And I love how these came side by side because this is going to be the practice. This is going to be the continued practice. Stay open and then reach for the light. Stay open, as this receptivity card shows. Keep your energies open, especially through your crown chakra, from above, from spirit, from your guides. Let that energy flow through you, down through all your chakras. Keep your feelings honest and true, I'm hearing. Keep your feelings honest. So if you have a dark moment, allow that darkness to be there. Don't try to shove it away. Your light is very bright, but we also have shadow. So keeping the emotions that you have honest is going to be very important. And then reaching for that light, as the seedling does, even from beyond the boulder, it can reach for that sunlight and become a beautiful blossom. And at the same time, it's sort of, there's a circular cyclical experience going on where you're receiving from above, processing or gathering that light within, and then reaching above and continuing the ascension that you're experiencing now. And then, like I said, when you're ready, when you feel it's time, go ahead and share that knowledge and share that journey and experience with others. I think the trick here is going to be the timing, is going to be not forcing it, not like this, fruit on the plant, not forcing it off, not yanking it off and putting it into place, but just allowing it to naturally come to fruition for you, allowing it to bubble up, or that light to bubble up within you. And remember, this compromise card is down here in these lower energies, reminding you there is a time to hold back and there's a time to let it out, let it bubble up. And that's a gentle reminder that you're, kind of like the sun. It's always there. The light's always there. It's never ending. But on cloudy days, we don't get to see it. We don't get to feel its beam. We don't get to feel its energy. We know it's there still, right? But we don't experience it as fully as on days without clouds or rain. And that's what kind of this sort of the timing of it, the knowing when it's time to, clear the clouds and let that light shine. That's going to be key to this process for yourself, and then also when it's in relation to sharing it with others. Okay? We don't always have to be lightness and being all the time, right? There's a time for grounding. There's a time for realistic sort of, third dimensional, earth level, material, physical goings on. And there's the time to go ahead and let that light bubble up. And so you are becoming more and more aware of this pattern, of this balance, of the flow of that energy within you. But remember, your portion of the light comes first, right? You're not just giving it away and expending it, never ending, and until you are completely spent, and then you have no light, have none of your own spirituality left, right? You must fulfill and refill your own in order to be able to let this sharing process go on. But beautiful. This is a very highly spiritual reading. This is not just for sort of your pedestrian life, your everyday in and out schedule, get to work kind of life. This is maybe something to process during your meditation or during any alone time that you may have. But this is higher level stuff. This is good, Leo. It's beautiful.